The mini 7-up octave pedal from TC Electronic packs a hell of a punch for quite a little guy. Let's have a look at it today, look at the sounds, look at the different tones you can get from this. Let's have a look. So sounds amazing, right? Instead of starting at 12 o'clock or noon as you do on every pedal, now let's just turn everything all the way up and push it to the extreme. Now on this one, obviously I combined this with other effects. I'm using the Kemper right now. I had some delay. It was a slow delay, but had some repeats on there. But the big one was the Ionosphere reverb. It's got that sort of big string sort of synthy sound. Okay, 3 knobs on this one, nice and simple, but blending those in different variations, you can get quite a lot of sounds. So what sort of knobs do we have? The first one is dry. That is simply the blend of the dry signal. If it is all the way off to the left, no dry guitar at all. You only get one of the octaves, octave down or octave up. If you blend it all the way up, then you'll have equal part dry guitar plus either sub down or octave up, depending on the next two. And of course, you can go in between to sort of bring in or cut the dry signal. On the bottom left, we have sub, that is octave down. All the way up, you're gonna sound like a bass guitar, on the bottom strings at least. And of course you can blend that in. So all the way off, you don't hear any bass and you can blend it in as you want. It's the same with the bottom right knob. That is your octave up pedal. All right, let's look at some of the sounds you can get from this thing. It sounds interesting when you turn the dry all the way off with the octave down and the octave up. You know, for me, there's kind of something missing. But for quarter work, it could work. The tracking though is unbelievable. It, you know, under your fingers, I don't feel, you know, any delay. It's sort of instantaneous. Let's try distorted sound. All right, pedal on. When you add some distortion, rhythm distortion, you can get an incredibly thick sound. So as you can see, I'm on dry all the ways on, but it's sort of half on the octave down, half on the octave up. Try turning the up all the way off. See what we get. Octave down about 10, octave up about 2. That's a really big sound, right? So we're getting distortion. It really fills out that sound a little bit. So, you know, sometimes the octave down, octave up, when you got them on at once, it sounds kind of like steel drums. It's great sound, but it's kind of like an effect. You might use one solo in the night or something like that. It's not sort of certainly nothing near an always on pedal, you know, in my opinion. But maybe the more subtle you get it, you can do some interesting things here. You know, that really thickens that sound. I mean, you could tweak the bass a little bit more, you know, going down a little bit less, but you could, you know, you can really get a fat sound there. And imagine that with sort of your bass player kicking along with that as well. That could be a very, very big sound.